Okay, hello and welcome. I hope we are live now. Okay, thanks a lot. We've already 4 people here. Awesome. So, cheers. Forge Blaze Warrior, hello. Back to you. As usual, I'm gonna wait a little bit so that a few people join, say hello, introduce themselves. Gonna eat a little bit. Need to have some energy for today's stream because this will be something that I haven't done a lot, actually just one time maybe. So I hope this still will be interesting. And hello, Sebrin. Handsome man, back to you. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm just gonna need some energy for the stream. Haven't done one in a while, but I didn't have any plans today, so I thought, why not? Why not? And today will be, yeah, as I said, a little bit difficult probably for me, because this character that I'm gonna do has a proper face. It's a stylized face, so that helps, but I'm still very new to faces. So far I only have modeled one face, which was Quickman, but that was just like the front of the face, and it was like one smirk. It was kind of, it's not too difficult because there is no like this proper template of his face. In every depiction he looks a little different, but this guy has a very unique and recognizable face that I definitely, it's important to nail this. So we'll see how this will go. Hey Douglas, hey Creabilly, enjoy, thank you. Notice you reminded Marit that we still have ice cream in the fridge. Hey, awesome. Well then, enjoy your ice cream. I'm having like a, was it like a pudding? What do you use to make your characters? I'm using Blender. It's this open source software. So it's free, you can use it for whatever you like. And this is my software of choice. CyberArts, hey, and Perla Martinez, hello, hello. Nice, 7 people, 9 people already coming. That's awesome. I think some people missed me actually, that so many in the beginning, that's kind of new. Or the topic is maybe the thing that's interesting people. We'll see, we'll see. Or maybe it's just my face that you like to see. We're just waiting. Shut up and start modeling. By the way, Sibrin, I enjoyed the last Blender Heads episode a lot. It was fun with you, Nathan. It was really, really cool. It was fun to see you both. And yeah, by the way, since this episode, so does it mean that Nathan will be now going like permanently to Japan? And also, will he be at the Blender conference still? Oh, and you're asking, are you coming to Blender conference again this year, right? Yes, I am, definitely. Not having a talk this year, but because I have so much to do that I didn't have time to prepare anything. But I will definitely be coming, yes, for sure, for sure. He's there now, actually. Oh, he's already there, yeah. But yeah, I liked it also in the video that the topic of hugging was there also. That Nathan is also, like, for a long time already known as the big hugger. He flew to Japan yesterday. Oh, yeah. And Nathan will be there too. Okay, awesome. Then I already will have 2 great hugs there. Yours and his. Hopefully. Creability, if you have... By the way, what are those little crown symbols next to the characters? Number 2, number 1. Are these like my number 1 fans or so? Sebrin, are you my #1 fan? Hey, MMX0. No, Forge Blaze Warrior has also this one. I'm sure he won't be able to restrain himself. I hope so. Oh, that's a new thing on Twitch. Okay, let me just quickly see. Creability asks, if you would have time for it, can you rate my Blender work? I'd be curious what an artist thinks of it. Well, let me see. We still have a little bit of time. Okay, 3D visual artist with a passion for digital creations, always seeking the perfect balance between pixels, software, and creativity. Based in the Netherlands. Hey, awesome! I can just take a quick look. Sorry. Okay, I can take a look at it later on, but so far it's looking cool. Like those little short animations. That's pretty cool. I will get to that later, but yeah, it's pretty cool so far. Yeah, good job. So yeah, now I think I'm the #1 talkative dude. I thought it was the other we commented, huh? Which is, I see now, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, hey, nog een Nederlander. Hold up, let me get Faulty and see if he wants to watch. Yeah, definitely get him. Appreciate that big time. Hey, Fran is also there. More Netherlands people. Fran, Sebren, and Creability. Awesome. Let me see. Zeker, die van Blender houdt is die... Oh, okay, I don't want to butcher your language, so... I don't want to ruin that effect here. But awesome, okay, 3 Netherlands people. So, if you're in the Netherlands, I don't know, okay. Question for the people from the Netherlands. Is Blender known in the Netherlands, so besides the 3D artist industry? So is it like something that Dutch people still know, even if they have no connection to it whatsoever, that it's like this big export thing that they are proud of or something? Is it well known, or at least a little bit known? Not at all. Nope. Okay, I see. Yeah, Vile was a long time ago, and yeah, that was the last stream I did. I think, yeah. Nope. They're not even aware. At university, I had a 3D modeling class, and they didn't even say anything about it being in the Netherlands. Hey, greetings for Colombia! Wow, I reached far. Hello to Colombia. It's more like, huh? Is it Dutch? Man, I think Blender needs to do a lot more advertising in the Netherlands so that everyone gets familiar with it. It's already orange, so come on. It's not a big way until the royals and the government finds out that they have like this big thing that they are known for. Maybe someday you will be known more for Blender than for wooden shoes, for your cheese, and for your fries and your windmills. That would be cool, right? To have one more thing. I think it's more known that it is Dutch in Germany than it's actually Dutchland. Wow, okay. That's sad. Yeah, seriously need to do more advertising in the Netherlands about it. I'm looking for a job. Hey, Blender, let's talk. Someone needs to invite Blender in here. Well, you already have a person that is working at the Blender Institute. Sibrin is the animation part expert. Animation and also rigging, right? I saw in the last episode, I saw the sign of animation and rigging. So rigging is also a part of your job, right? I love my wooden shoes, so comfy. Yeah, I mean, every Dutch person has their wooden shoes, right? It's not a cliche. Yeah, animation and rigging. Yeah, so Creability, if you want to show off or get in Sebrin's good graces, then make a good impression here. And laser cutting signs. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, the sign looked very cool. Oh wow, love to spend my Saturday night with legends. He is kind of a legend, for sure, for sure. Okay. Everyone. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can slowly start. The amount of people is pretty cool, so not too many people, which I also like, because then I can still respond to the chats. I once had, I think, like almost 40 people, and that was it was exhausting to follow the chat and try to respond to everything. But 14 people, or 13, that's pretty good. What's the handle, Sibrin? Let's connect. Yeah. Already creating connections. So I think my job here is done. Thank you, everybody. Good night, and see you next one. No, okay, let's start with the actual thing. So what are we going to do? For people who are fans of the games, they already maybe recognize the silhouette. And is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. Okay, so this is the guy. That's the big bad guy from Mega Man X. Bye, Nico. Thanks for the stream. Always a pleasure. So this is Sigma. He's the big bad guy from Mega Man X and some of the following games. He's somehow always coming back. And he was the one that won my most recent poll on Patreon. And let me see if I can find it here. Doop-a-doop. Where did I put them? Oh, the Mega Man lamp is missing. Oh my god, how could I forget? Oop, okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay. This should be good. Yeah. Sorry about that. I feel bad for him. His name is butchered thanks to Gen Alpha. Oh yeah. Like Sigma males, stuff like that. I love your energy. Okay, Sigma won. Yes, he actually did. So I'm just looking for the results of the poll. Yeah, so here they are. Let me quickly grab them. So that was the result of the Patreon poll. 0 was actually pretty close in the beginning, but then in the end, someone just, I think by 1 vote, Sigma won. So it wasn't a lot of votes. I don't have a ton of patrons. Also, by the way, I always have to do the bit. If you join my Patreon, you get to also participate in the votes, and maybe you can be the one who actually decides which character can win. Because in the last one, in this one here, Sigma won by just 1 vote. So it was 11 people who participated, and in the end, Sigma won with 1 vote. And I have to abide by that. By the way, I also did other polls on other social media just out of curiosity. And here we have, for example, this was on YouTube. And X won actually by a small amount before 0. And Sigma was not even close. So that really surprised me. This was on X or Twitter. That was a very close between all of them. 43 votes and 0 won very closely. This was on Instagram, which was a tie between 0 and Sigma. So X is, I don't know, not many people want X to win. And this was on Reddit. 23 votes and in the end 0 won. And also Sigma and then again X on the last spot. So yeah. It was a little bit surprising that X wasn't a little bit higher, but apparently people like to like the bad guy a little bit more, and also 0 is a secret fan favorite, as maybe MMX0 here in the chat will know. Yeah, so let's see. And you wonder why he wants to destroy humanity. Also, if I wanna, he is in Mega Man X Dive if you want to look at his X Dive artwork. Yes, I will. Bro, I missed the reunion. That someone who's voting for Sigma is me. Alright, just blame it on me. Hi, by the way. And are you going to sculpt it in the original style but in 3D, or are you going to make it realistic like Mavericks? No, this will be the original style. So this is kind of my template. And first he will be just in his original style. If I will make him into a Maverick style character, I can't really say because I'm still not done with the story. So the story is like developing over a long period of time. I'm still coming up with new ideas. I'm overthrowing old like big ending ideas and coming up with new ones. So it will still be open if he will actually appear in the series or not. I would like to have him because he's a big part of it, but I'm still not sure how to integrate him because my overall idea, he doesn't really fit into the original idea kind of, but I have still some ideas to integrate him, and this might work, but I still can't say anything more because it might also be a surprise that he's appearing or not. So yeah, my mouth is shut. I know very little of Mega Man except for the one game I played. I think it was still back on the NES or something. Yeah, that might be. Can you remember maybe some of the characters? So what kind of so-and-so man was one of the enemies? So in the early ones there was like Heat Man, Ice Man, Elec Man, Top Man, Snake Man, Air Man. Which ones were part of that game? And I also played that one on the NES and on the Game Boy. That was, I think, Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy was my first one. You should base the story of the manga and game stories. Yeah, mine is definitely no idea anymore. Well, okay then. Yeah, my story is definitely based on the first Mega Man X game. So this is kind of my template, but it's a new interpretation of the events. So, for example, all of the 5 episodes that I made so far, they take place right after they have been beaten and before X enters Sigma's castle. So this is the time frame kind of where it takes place. And I will also show the events according to the game, but from a slightly different perspective. Some key moments will be there, or some key events or like key moments or facts will be in the story, but they will maybe happen in a different way, or they will have different outcomes, or they will have different beginnings. So in the end might be the same, but it comes from a different point. For example, that they all are all the Mavericks still alive. That's my take on why you have to fight them again. but the reason that you fight them again in the game is a different one than in my films. In the game, it's just it's not the same characters. It's empty husks that are just fed with the basic routines of fighting, and that's it. But their consciousness and character is not inside them when you fight them a second time in the base. So that's the original story. But my story is, so my take on it is, yes, you fight them again, or X will fight them again, but the reason is that they still survived. And I will also explain why they survived. So it's not just like this, well, they kind of X somehow missed or didn't finish the job. There is a reason for that, why they are still alive. And yeah, I'm super excited to show you that, but this will take a long time. First, I need to do episode 6, 7, and 8, and then we will get to the main finale. But in the next 3 episodes, I will already show some hints towards the overall story. So, yeah, look forward to that. That will be awesome, I hope. Did someone say Gemini Man, my goat, or did I just mishear? Sorry, I didn't. Well, I like some things about manga, but I also disrespect the game a lot. What? I want to change a lot of the things in the game, but please don't get me wrong. It's just my opinion. Which game exactly do you mean, Yanni? Disrespect the game. That's something I never heard before. That you're not respecting the game. Okay. So, I think the first thing that I'm gonna do is just rip off the band-aid, and I will just try to create the head. And for that, I was looking for a lot of reference, and I found some good ones, but also it's still very hard to find a very good reference for the head. For example, this one looks really cool. That's a 3D printed. I think that these are the official characters. So I love this style here and how he's looking here. This looks really cool. And also, well, let me see. This also looks really cool, like very menacing. While I'm talking about the canon games, in the manga, X doesn't even copy the boss powers, you know? Yeah, so that's not a good thing. I love when he's copying their powers or getting their weapons. Manga? Okay, I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of the manga because the story is too... how do I say it? Yeah, it doesn't really fit the games, and I grew up with the games, and suddenly the manga... Oh, I found out about the manga, and there were too many things that didn't match somehow. So I stuck with the game. And also not many people actually know the manga exists. So I'm probably not gonna add too many aspects of the manga because then it would be just too confusing. Like, for example, like Armored Armadillo in the manga is like a samurai warrior. He has like a sword and everything. But in games, it's never mentioned. So I'm not gonna add the sword anywhere. Maybe like in the back somewhere you will see a sword maybe laying around, but I won't focus on it because that would be just confusing, I think. So is Blender free software, or do I have to do anything before I can start? No, it's a completely free software. It's open source. You can download it immediately and start immediately. You can, everything that you create with it is yours. The software that you download is yours. So you can even change the code and change it up and everything. And you can create your own Blender version and it's still yours. So everything that you create with it, no license restrictions whatsoever. So this is cool. There are still a few caveats, but they mostly apply to big companies and how they use it. So, but I'm no expert in like copyright stuff. So, but for you as a individual, you can use it. It works. It obviously depends on what kind of PC you have. So a good GPU graphics card is very, very good to have, but it's not essential. So maybe you will just do some stylized work. Then your regular PC or even laptop is more than enough. It's a very lightweight software, I think. I like it too, but in the manga he doesn't copy the powers, and that already loses some of the charm. Oh, so you don't like it that he does not copy the powers? Yeah, me too. So I love the idea. That was one of the big things that I loved about the games that made me like realize, oh, this is something special. When you beat a boss, that you get his weapon, and then in the next levels you can just use this weapon over and over again. And then the concept with the enemies that have a certain weakness against a specific weapon, that whole idea I found so fascinating that this is one of the main reasons why I loved it back then so much, and I do now, because the concept is very, to this day, kind of still unique. Yeah, or use Eevee. Yeah, exactly. So if your PC isn't that super strong, there are two render engines or cycles. This is like the one that makes everything super realistic, but it takes a long time to render. Or Eevee, this is more like it works similar to a video game engine where there's a little bit of cheating going on when in terms of depicting the realism, but it's super fast, and yeah, you can get great results with it. Been a Mega Man fan for my whole life and didn't know there was a manga. Yeah, I have the comics. Yeah, so you see, not everyone is familiar with the manga. And I think even this image here is from the manga. So they are like black and white mangas, and I believe this is one of the images from it. Yeah, Mega Man's powers to copy other people's powers. Yeah, in the Mega Man X manga, he has a girlfriend, and I was like, I introduced to a couple of characters I like called IX and Nix, which were sentient parasites of the hive mind, but I haven't read it yet. Okay. Use the workbench engine. It's even faster than Eevee. Yeah, of course. There's also, so here you have the render engines, and there's also workbench, which is just a very flat. It's basically this, but you can kind of customize it a little bit. So for example, yeah, you can make it flat, and what I like to use is use the outlines, the cavities not so much, but there's also a shadow version, and not sure why it doesn't show. Oh, maybe I need to add a camera, but I use it sometimes for like architectural stuff that you can have also those outlines, but I'm not sure why they are not showing up. Color object. Yeah, there are also the matte caps, but yeah. Yeah, whatever. I am a cycles person. Sigma's new form as a cube, yeah. It's hard to hear the stream. We're still talking about Sigma's art style and nostalgic. Yeah, kinda. But now we will finally start. So, the thing that I was a little bit struggling beforehand, if Mega Man were realistic, he'd be sued for copyright infringement after taking the boss weapon. Yeah, probably. I use the cavity shading a lot for my laser cutter projects to make it easier to see edges of objects. Oh yeah, that's true. For me, the reason why I don't like to use them, because I sometimes confuse them that they have a beveled edge, and sometimes I use like very subtle bevels for realism reasons, and the cavity already looks like a beveled edge, so sometimes that's a little bit confusing to me, so that's why I don't use it. Hey, Mandy is also here, Mr. Nico. Nice to see you here. Okay, so what I was trying to say, that all the depictions of Sigma are, for example, this one, they are cool, they are very good, but there is not a great template for me to kind of estimate the proportions and the size of all the features. This one is actually a good one, but all the other depictions look more like maybe like this. So here the proportions, especially the face, is completely different somehow. This is also a good one, but I can't really use it as a template. There are some features are exaggerated because of like sometimes the images try to emulate like a wide angle lens, so some features are larger when they are closer to the camera. And yeah, there's a lot. I think this is some fan art, which looks really good. But first of all, I found this here. These are, as far as I know, like original design ideas. So this is already a good template, especially for the proportions. There's also this one here, which is also really, really cool. I believe these are also from the original artists, some sketches, some ideas. So the chin is very, very cool. But I found an actually 3D model of the character. You can even download it, and I opened it in Blender, and I thought, dang, I can never do it like this guy. And it basically looks like, so I won't open the model, but I will show you. I took some screenshots, and this is the model, and it looks amazing. And the great thing is that it's also kind of low poly, so it's very optimized geometry, and it still looks really, really good. Especially the head looks amazing, and I would love to create this head also, but I don't want to just copy this person's work, because I would like to give it my own spin and my own kind of interpretation, but still I want to stay true to the original character, and I think he nailed the face. So what I want to do is I still want to use this as kind of like a template for proportions, because I think the proportions are very good here. They are exaggerated, but they are still kind of it somehow supports his strength and his menace. And I also took some screenshots of his head, and I will use these as a template. So not 100%, but I'm so insecure about my abilities to sculpt faces or to create faces that I needed like this perfect template. So what I will do, I will use this face from this model, especially this, as a reference, and I try to get close to it. I don't want to copy it, because I don't want to copy someone's work, obviously. But since there are no great references for the head, especially front and side, I decided to at least kind of take this as a template, but I will not reuse any of the geometry. I will not use any of his work or parts of the model. Obviously, that would be stupid. But I will take this as a reference for the level of quality that I want to achieve. And this is really good. And I'm also not gonna check the topology of the head. I looked at it in the 3D model, and it looked really, really good. And I'm not sure if I can reach that level, but especially like the lips and the mouth, it looks amazing. But I will try, and we'll see how far we get. And yeah, we will see. Is that the X-Dive model, actually? Oh, wait a second. Did the guy just rip the model out of X-Dive? Oh. Okay, let me see. Mobile. Oh, that's true. Okay, so that's definitely the X-Dive model. Well, that explains a lot. Okay, then I definitely don't. So first of all, then I'm a little bit relieved that there is no like artist that created like this awesome. I mean, there's obviously an artist that created this, but it's a professional artist that worked on the game. So if I don't reach that level, I'm okay with that. But if a fan artist would reach that level, like a hobbyist or someone, then that would really intimidate me in terms of modeling and reaching that level. And that also makes sense that it has like this video game quality style, because a lot of it is actually comes from the textures that are very video gamey, so they make up for the simple geometry, so they cover up some rough edges, and they do a great job with it. So okay, so then I feel a lot better to having this as my template, because it's the official model, and then it's okay to reach that kind of level, like quality. Even I'm not sure if I can do that actually, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, I see him now also in the game. Okay, cool. So yeah, they ripped it from the game. Yeah. Hey, Mr. D, nice. I caught the stream. Yes, you did. Looks like the darn X-Staff model. I'm not sure, but it just looks like it. Yeah, it definitely is. I would know also because I played the game before. Yeah, no. You're absolutely right, Zero. It is. Hey, Exabear. Greetings from Italy. Ooh. What are you doing in Italy? Are you in, like, Tirol? No, it's not Tirol. Südtirol, right? That's still Italy. Oh, God, my geography. Don't listen to me. What are you working on? I'm working on Sigma. That's the big bad guy from Mega Man X. And I should probably start already. Okay, I've been rambling for 40 minutes and I accomplished nothing. So these streams, by the way, are not for efficiency. They are not good for efficiency. Italy is south of Tyrol, yeah. Yeah, I've been to the Dolomites, and they are in the north part of Italy, which is called Südtirol, so South Tyrol. Yeah, so these streams are not for efficiency, for getting things quickly done. They are mostly for just me talking to you guys and having an excuse to have a stream, because, yeah. So what I will do, I will start finally, and I will first of all drop some references here. And oops. Right, front is here. So we will put the reference to the side. It's just this one. Let's see. Then got the other one. And this will be our face reference. Okay, so this is good. We put them in a collection. By the way, is the sound okay? Am I too quiet, too loud? Is the music not too loud or too quiet? Please tell me. So next time we're on Sicily, we'll tell them that they are south of Tyrol. I also want to learn Italian one day. Yes, let's start with the chin first. Yeah, or just make a green topology lines of Sigma's face for the nostalgic of Sigma Virus X2. We can hear it just fine. Sounds is fine. Sounds is good. Sounds is great. You're good and sound awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. So first of all, I will. Whoops. Sound is balanced. Awesome. First, I will create, as you do, you delete the default cube because it's poisonous, and you will create a new cube. Proportion, so size doesn't matter for now. First, I want to get the shape right, so I will first of all mirror the whole thing, because I want to just have half of the work. And let's see. So first, to get a rough shape of his head. So he's not super symmetrical. So let's. Like this. Okay. So first we'll do like a block out, and then we will slowly refine it. I could also sculpt his face, but then I would also need to retopologize, and I am not good at that. I'm more of like I try to approach this whole thing as like a more of like a technical, from a technical point of view. So a subdivision approach is more of my thing, and I try to start simple and then refine and add more geometry, and after a while just hopefully end up with a good topology without being too complex. So this is my goal basically. So we can start maybe like here. Both faces should be the same. The same size, I believe. Let's see. Maybe I should see if they overlap. Yeah, this looks good. Also the chin. The chin not so much. So if they are the same size, that would be perfect. Let me quickly check. Yeah, okay, so this one needs to be a little bit bigger. Let's do it like this. So to see where the top is and the bottom is, like for example here. So yeah, now I can, okay, this kind of fits. So no matter if I look at him from the front or from the side, the proportions are the same. So there is no like inconsistencies. So I think this should definitely work. Okay, so let's reset both of them. No, this should be rotated. And the other one is like this. Okay. So having the perfect reference is very important. So this will make everything a lot easier. So like this. Okay, awesome. So let's have the cube again. So this looks good. And also you can see now the bottom of the chin aligns with the bottom of this chin here. So we can kind of go maybe into here. Or no, let's take his mouth and this. The edgy features remind me a little bit of Arcane. Yeah. He has like this stylized kind of feel. So let's see. So where do we start? Yeah, and this is already my first problem with faces. I don't know where to start, but maybe, yeah, as someone suggested, maybe with the chin. So let's go like this. And also could go like this maybe, and also we'll need some more geometry here. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Okay, we'll definitely need some more geometry here probably, but yeah, so far so good. We're getting there slowly, so no rush whatsoever. It's all about enjoying the process. Okay, I will follow his jawline more. And first of all, I'm just gonna focus on the head, not the neck, actually, because the neck has its own little, like, I don't know, kind of geometry. So I will go like this, maybe. Okay, so far so good. So yeah, I see that his head is actually very like square shaped. I think I also need some more geometry here. So let's add a little bit. So this is the middle. So the edges actually are very helpful to see where the middle point is, or the most top point, which is here. So the low poly thing kind of is good to see. Okay, to use it as a like a helper. Where's the top? Where's the bottom? Where's the center? Stuff like that. Sigma Bob Squarehead. Yeah, he's seriously, look at him. Oh, and we already have kind of his jaw. So this is pretty cool, but I'm still trying to keep everything as low poly as possible. So for example, his head, I think I will, the front of his head, I will put it right here. Because the features, the nose and the mouth are, they are not completely going over the whole width of his face. So I will add the nose. Oh, let's add the nose now. So let's see from the front. So the nose is going here, and it also extends a little bit to the forehead. So I don't want to add just a whole edge loop that goes around his whole face. I will just add just here first of all. For now. I'd like to see The Rock as Sigma in a live action. Do you think The Rock would be a good Sigma? Okay, please tell me your fan casting of Sigma. So you've seen him already, how he looks. And keep in mind, it doesn't have to be a bald guy. He can have hair in regular film roles, but he can shave. So anyone could be actually Sigma. But in terms of like head shape maybe, and maybe of like his chin, who would be a good Sigma? For me, I still don't know. I need to think about it too. So let's do it like this. We will have some angons for now, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so his nose kind of goes from here to here. So yeah, Mickey Rourke. Huh. That's actually not too bad. If he's still able to pull it off. But yeah, that's actually not too bad. Okay, so let's see the flow of his head. I think he still needs some. Okay, let's try them already setting up some base mesh for the mouth. I think we can do it like this. Oh, here also the geometry is not right. Okay, so here comes now the difficult part, because we don't really know how far. Let me just also get the side of his, or the front of his head. So it's hard to see where the his sides of his I don't know what this is called, but how far they are back. They are somewhere here around. So this part actually needs to be more like here. And this also, and from the side. I think this also needs to go a little bit like this to have this kind of flow. But this probably also, so yeah. I just need to guess, kind of. I can kind of see it where it goes. So this part of the mouth, this is really difficult. So I definitely need to keep that in mind. So I could use this geometry here already to try to sculpt this piece. So I mean, I could try. So for example, I could go like this, but this won't look great. And then I could go a little bit more narrow with these. But this needs to be a little bit also more, go like this, or just this piece. Yeah, so knowing face anatomy is very good to have in these cases. And so this actually goes down here. And I'm not good at face anatomy, unfortunately. So this should actually go like this, probably? What is fan casting? Hey, Dr. Madness Films. Fan casting. So, who you would like to play Sigma in a live action adaptation of Mega Man? So, if you could cast any actor in that role, who would you like to pick? Hey, Young D is also here. It's looking great. Thanks a lot. By the way, people, Young D is the guy who created those awesome mixes of the stage music of the Mega Man characters for when I show them like in 3D and they're spinning around. There's always like this kind of mix music. It's like a really cool beat. And Young D is the one who is creating those for me. So shout out to him. Check him out. He's really, really cool. Wait, fan casting? Do you mean like headcanon and such? Yeah, sure. Like, who would you like to play Sigma in a real movie? Let's say The Rock or, I don't know, Mickey Rourke. Who would fit in that role? Headcanon. So that's okay. So the mouth definitely needs to be a little bit. Okay, so just these need to be a little bit more narrow because the chin goes here. Anson Mount. Wait, that sounds familiar. Oh, great choice. So for those who don't know Anson Mount, I know him mostly from Star Trek. What is it? Strange New Worlds. He definitely has that chin. I mean, look at this guy. Handsome as heck. And when you make him bald, I mean, yeah, that's actually a great choice. I mean, look at this guy. And now imagine I just wanted to cover up with my hand, but you don't see it. But yeah, he has definitely the look of, he could be a great Sigma. I'm not sure how old he is, but yeah, if you imagine him being, yeah, I should Photoshop him as Sigma and see how it works. But yeah, that's a great choice. Great choice. I never really thought about it. I said it more as a meme. I once did a character in 3D with the help of a book, time before internet. Yeah. And faces started with details like the eyes and the mouth. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm curious if there are some character modelers here. I'm also curious what the best approach is. Yeah, so if anybody's really, really good with creating characters and faces maybe, please tell me the best approach, because I'm just going from my own experience and this is my bad approach. His acting would be terrible? I mean, Sigma is over the top in general, so I think he could pull it off. Looks like a Chad. Yeah, he is. He also played in this really bad or was it not Eternals? This oh, was it Eternals? No, the one that Marvel show that nobody mentions anymore. Yeah, but Star Trek Strange New Worlds is actually surprisingly good. I really like it. He needs more villain roles. Yeah, well, I wouldn't know how to give an opinion because I don't know many actors. Oh, okay, well, in that case. So let's see. I mean, I could also do this. Wait, why is this not connecting? Oh, there we go. Okay, so these could be the eyebrows. There is no best approach. Go with what you know. Okay, that's actually good advice. I love Star Trek Strange New World. It was the most Star Trek feel since TNG for me. Yeah, I agree. That was a really good surprise. I never watched Discovery, so I heard mixed things about it. I think the first season was not well received, but it got a little bit better. And then there was some overlap with Strange New Worlds, and Strange New Worlds is actually like a spin-off of Discovery, I think. But yeah, I just started with Strange New Worlds because I got like a Paramount test, like test frame, like a month or so, and I started watching it. It was surprisingly good. It had that Star Trek feel for sure, and it had some interesting topics that I really liked. So I'm looking forward to the next season. Not sure when it is coming, but yeah, it was really good. And also, what's it called? The next best thing besides TNG is the Orville. I can definitely recommend the Orville. It's not Star Trek, but it kind of is Star Trek. It's more Star Trek than a lot of other official Star Trek. Yeah, we watched quite a lot of Discovery, but in the end didn't feel like rewatching it. Okay. Strange New Worlds is the best Star Trek in decades. New season just started. Wait, seriously? Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, it just started. Almost 2 weeks ago. Oh, nice. Definitely need to watch it. There are already 3 episodes out. The first 2 came on the same day, and the next one. Awesome. Okay, thanks for that. I definitely need something to watch, so this is cool. Yeah, Orville is great. Yeah. And also, I love Lower Decks. I loved it a lot. 3D models like black magic, especially character modeling. Yeah, it is. For me, it is. I just try to go with whatever feels right, and yeah, I mean, you already see my approach. So the back of the head obviously doesn't look like it, so I need to go maybe... So this piece definitely needs to be a bit more narrow. And also these parts obviously need to be more like this. Oh, wait a second. Yes, this piece also like that. So we'll get his dome right. You know, let's apply a... Whoops. Hey. Subdivision modifier. This is so far not really Sigma, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I trust the process, so we'll see. We'll see about it. One step at a time. Yeah, I already see that it needs a lot more geometry than I thought first. So, for example, his cheekbones are a little bit more pronounced from the front, so yeah, this piece here, I definitely need to get that right. So let's see, they go, let's see, yeah, So they go from here and form this kind of thing. And this would basically be his chin goes from here, I assume, here, and then it goes back here. So I would need to reproduce this line here from the front and from the side. So where do we have this line? So this would be probably this here, which would probably go out a little bit like this. So I look from the side to have this kind of, I mean, I already kind of got there. So the chin also, you know, let's connect those here first. And the mouth needs to be a little bit more, maybe like this. So the line will be this. So this will be his kind of, this kind of shape of his head. So I think this could work. Yeah, the most important part is to really analyze the template and analyze the overall, like what the template and the reference, to see all the details and see the flow of the face, and maybe also even kind of draw some, what I did in the past a few times is to draw the topology to see how it could actually look like. So for example, this could look like this. Let's go a little bit bigger. So this is rather easy. So this could be the geometry. Let me just change maybe the, okay, so like this. Can I also make the lines thicker, radius? Oh, when I push harder? Ooh, that's the advantage of having a pen. But how do I? There was a shortcut for deleting. Now here's the eraser. What's the shortcut for erasing the annotations? So I would say the geometry also needs to go like this. Then we have this part here. Maybe like this. Yeah, the eyes will definitely be tricky, but yeah, also this kind of goes like here and goes into this shape. So it definitely needs to be something like that. Down the D key. No, doesn't work somehow. It's so nice that you have the ability to draw into the viewport like this. I definitely need to learn more Blender for modeling. You definitely should. You definitely should. And I would say that to anyone. So how do I improve my life? Because I don't have any hobbies. Learn Blender. Oh, I'm not kind of, I don't know. I can socialize well. Well, whoa, how do I? Oh, when I press space, it erases everything. Oh, weird. Control deletes? Okay, wait. Oh, control, okay. Awesome. Holding down D is for annotating itself. Oh, wait. So if I'm just here. No, it's for, when I hold down D, it's for, oh, that's for sampling. Oh, whatever. I opened Blender 2 weeks ago. Are you proud of me? Yes, I am. D plus right mouse. Yes, this also works. Okay, so control erases or holding down D and right. Okay, well, so I just deleted the whole thing, but I don't mind. Or is it still here somewhere in the annotation? Nah, I don't care. I just wanted to kind of analyze his kind of his geometry and his shape, his topology. So this is kind of where we're going. Okay, these here could go. Okay, he needs more geometry here. Yeah, Mandy, so if you're interested in more modeling, please do start with Blender, and I'm happy to help you out if you have any questions. We can do like a crash course in Blender. Oh man, it's so hot in here currently, but I need to keep the windows shut because otherwise you'll hear all the traffic outside. Or maybe I'll do just a little bit. I hope it's not too loud outside, but yeah, it's definitely hot in here. Okay, so this line can also go here over the... You know what? I think I can create this. The extra geometry can be actually an advantage here at some points. For example, to shape the dome of his head a little bit more to the right shape. Okay, so this, what is this? Okay, well, I'm not gonna focus on the back of his head for now. The front is more important. Don't say that too loud. Yeah, I had a crash course, but more like for the overall interface. But I'm definitely interested in learning more about modeling in Blender. Yeah. I mean, there are tons of tutorials, so you won't have a problem to find anything that teaches you that. But if you have any questions, I'm very happy to help you out. Okay, also we need this piece. So here we need to create this kind of thing. So we need even more geometry. Oh man, I wanted to keep it as low as possible, but I think I need to, I need to change my approach because this is definitely, what the hell? This won't work very well. So for example, this, it's to go all the way back. Okay, now we're slowly forming the eye socket. Okay, so that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. We'll send you a donut as a thank you then. Yes, please do. Send me a donut, or I don't know. Do some other tutorials. I mean, the donut is a good tutorial, but I think, hot take, I think the donut tutorial is overrated. And I don't mean like in terms of complexity or skill or whatever, but I think it shows, the tutorial series shows you the like what is possible with Blender in general. So it gives you a sneak peek of all those aspects of Blender, but it treats all of them equally, when in fact modeling and texturing are those things that you need the most, I think. And a beginner tutorial should focus, I think, more on those and maybe tease the other things. But if you call it a beginner tutorial, then I would also approach it for beginners and what they need in the beginning. And they don't need geometry nodes in the beginning. They don't need like some fancy animations, they mostly need the basics and to focus on that. So for that, I don't think it's the best one, but it's the most popular one, and for a reason, because it's still a great tutorial. Andrew is a great teacher, I think, and yeah, but the concept of the tutorial is maybe a little bit too much, and I think there are a few that I would recommend more, especially from Grant Abbott. He's a great teacher. I would love to meet him one time. I hope maybe he will get to the Blender conference once. But his beginner tutorials are really, really good, and this is where I mostly learned modeling from, and so I would definitely recommend his a little bit more. So, looking forward to finishing the video later. Yep, okay. Take care, Mr. D. I'm hungry, yeah. Yeah, me too. I had my pudding, but I had my pudding. It sounds like I'm like 80 years old. I already had my pudding. Okay, so we can see here that the jaw, is that the jaw? Yes, it needs to be much wider. So let's go all the way here. Okay, and now we see how this part here kind of forms. So his cheekbones. His toots are amazing. Do you mean Grant? Grant Abbott? Yeah. And he also seems like such a nice guy. Seriously, I would love to chat with him. So Grant, if you're seeing this video by whatever coincidence, please come to Blender conference, and I'll give you a beer at Le Bali. Why is this happening? Because they are not connected like this. Okay. So we have this. Am I happy with the triangle here? I'm not sure yet. Okay, let's see. So here will be the mouth. The mouth. This is basically the mouth. So let's... The mouth is also pretty wide. Let's see how wide the mouth is. Yeah, it almost goes from here to here. So I will use this as a mouth. And let's do it maybe like this. One more time. Yeah, never heard of him. Thank you for the tip. I'll send some donuts to them. Him some donuts then. Yeah. Grant is a born teacher. Yeah, he really is. He seems like a really nice dude, just overall. Like just from my first impression of his tutorials and everything. I also saw some interviews with him, and yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Okay, so this is already starting to look like a face. Let's pretend it's a face. Just like this kind of smirk. Okay, I'll leave it flat for now, because his mouth kind of has like this triangles. These triangles here. It somehow is, I don't know how they look, but like this. That's not what it looks like. I think he has his middle part looks like this, and then you have like this part here, which I would also need to recreate here, and the nose needs... Would that work? No, that's already too much. This will go like this, okay, and then, oh, he needs, again, probably a little bit more geometry to have it go like this. Not too much, but like this. I think so. For this model, I would have started with the ears and connect the rest from there, unless you want them as a separate mesh. Interesting. I thought about them being a separate mesh, but yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Okay, I'll think about it, to how to incorporate them. If you want to know how to learn use Blender, I think it would have a look for one in my language. In other words, it's difficult. I would have to look. If I want to learn how to use Blender, I think I would have to look for one in my language. What is your language, Yanni? I actually don't know, I think. But your English seems pretty good, actually. You can set the tooltips to your own language and keep the rest of the interface in English. That way it's easier to follow English tutorials, but you get the explanation in your own language. Oh, that's a great tip. Okay, let's see. So the cheekbones are a little bit too far away, are they? Yes. So they should be more like here. Ah, too bad I deleted the annotation. So let's see that this should go like here. Bald. Yes, he is bald. Okay, so that looks good. But this one here, that's okay. So this line from the side of his mouth is not right. There should be a cut off here. Oh dang. I know why I don't like creating faces and organic structures in general. It's not my thing. It's not my thing at all. So let's try to create this piece here. So maybe, what if okay. I will delete not everything, but these here. And this one will be connected. Need this to that one. And this one again needs to go like here. And this one is not really necessary. Yeah, so this piece here is this here basically. Let's see if that actually works. And it also needs to go to the corner of this mouth, so like this maybe. But the corner of the mouth is too far away, so we need to again put it right here. Like that. Okay, so the front is actually kinda working, but the cheekbones still don't work. You're Brazilian. Ah, okay, that's great. I'm already doing this with some videos on Nico's channel too. Thanks for the tip. Ah, yeah. Okay, I still need to know what these crown symbols followed by the hash, by the numbers behind your names are, because I don't think it's like, oh, that's the top fans. I just clicked on it and it shows me a list of of all my top fans. So Fran, you're my #1 fan. Sorry, Sibrin, you're unfortunately on #2. Yanni is on #3. But is it just for this chat now? Because, I don't know. Is it just who's commenting the most? Oh, that's like a ranking. Okay, so for your information, this is the current. Oh, let me see, like this. So these are my top fans. Fran is on #1. I think it's just for the stream, or maybe they have access to my mind and know who has a place in my heart. So Fran, And Sebrin, yeah, sorry. Oh, you can see it too. Okay, awesome. Yanni got to number 3. So, Mandy, where are you? Number 12. So if you'd like to get more into my good graces, then. But is it just the amount of comments, or is it the quality of the comments? I'm not sure. I don't think it's that sophisticated, but still. Yeah, you're number 3. Okay, so let's get back to work. So his eyebrows are actually okay. I think I need to have here one more row because his. Yeah, me neither. I also need the eyes. The reason I'm not talking too much is because I have been busy doing chores in between while watching the stream. Yeah, no worries, no pressure. Please only comment if you have the time to. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I would argue that after Vera, I'm one of the longest fans. In general, definitely. So Mandy is a very good friend of mine. We've known each other for years and years. So yes, definitely. Seaburn, me too, if chores means playing Cyberpunk. It is chores. I mean, you have also the side missions. You have all the busy work that you need to do. That kind of can be chores, right? By the way, how is Cyberpunk? It's my number 1 game on my waiting list. But I somehow never got to it playing it because I have so many shows to watch, movies to watch, and work to do, personal and professional, that video games somehow got to the back of my head, unfortunately. But I heard there was a new update again, like the ultimate Cyberpunk edition, and I would love to play it now. But yeah, still didn't get to it. Okay, so the eyebrows, let me see. So the eye. Okay, I think I need. Okay, I think this needs to go like this. Heavy rainstorm outside my house, and it's so bad it's hard to see far away, like Earth turned up its render distance. That's awesome. Oh, I love it. The city atmosphere is really good. It's a game I sometimes play just to be in the world again. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely need to play it. I'm super. I bought it on day 1, but with all the bugs and the botched launch, I just put it on my to playlist, and then all the updates came and everything, and I just never got to playing it. Anthony, if now I'll have to stream in the background. Wish you all good night, and I'm looking forward to seeing the result. Well, if we get to having a proper result, we'll see. But yeah, thanks a lot, and thanks for stepping by. And you're still mine. After Vera, you're my number 2. But don't tell anyone else. I also only comment when I can, and I have to have the translator by my side to comment. Oh, so you're constantly translating. I thought your English is really good, but it's all just a translator. But that's awesome. So you're doing the extra work. But yeah, also don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh no, Sebrin, you just got to number 3. What happened? Oh, Mega Man X0 just got to number 1. Ooh, that's an interesting race right now. Yeah, but no, seriously, people don't stress over the ranking. It's just super arbitrary. Okay, let me see. So the brows. Okay, I think the brows need to be more like this. Also, this part here. Let's see. Ah, okay. Now, as we say in Germany, now it's becoming a shoe. It's a phrase like, oh, now things are coming together. Now it's becoming a shoe. I think, okay, now this definitely can be. Oh, there's also this really cool add-on, Polyquilt, that I almost never use. Is this? Yeah. And it has this nice, what is it? The brush? Is it the brush? Yeah. Like a nice relax brush, which is really cool. That, wait, how can I change the radius? That really helps like smoothing the geometry. So the quartz, no, just use the vertex. So it just basically smooths everything out, which is really cool, but you have to be very careful with it. And normal stand just snapping. Oh, also mirroring. Yeah, but we don't need the mirroring. Brush strength and brush size, yeah. Make it a little bit smaller and the strength also a little bit less. So we can now be a little bit more precise here. The relaxing, but it's still super strong. Oh yeah, this is good. I'll admit I always love watching your streams. Thanks a lot, Zero. I really appreciate it. My English is average, but I'm glad I got to hear you speak. Awesome. Even if I sometimes don't stay the whole time. No, don't worry. Seriously, people. No worries. Actually, great for me to watch the live stream because it helps me practice. I'm still learning. Well, great. Now we both have something to learn because this is learning for me. For example, the freaking eyebrows are a pain for me. Let's see. Okay, so this part here, this here, it's not really important to get right. So, but to guess the flow of the geometry is really, really tricky. So that's pretty tough so far. And also the chin, I think. Can I just maybe connect these two and get rid of this one? Whoops. I mean, no, wait, like this. No, that's not working. Okay, I'm still upset I didn't get to watch the second video of you finishing up Vile, because when you made Vile, as I saw on Twitter, it looked amazing. I mean, you can still watch it on my channel, but I think the finishing touches, so what I do is on stream, I do most of the proper work, but in the end, what I don't do on stream is like the finishing touches and optimizing, because that's more of like a boring task and it's not really something that's interesting to watch, I think. So after I'm done with the last stream, I go in private and I optimize the geometry, I add some details, and I like do all this finicky small stuff that is very tedious but not fun to watch. So that's what gives the character overall like this final like pristine look. Okay, so let's see, where are we? So can I still move this maybe up here? Yeah, and maybe up, but then this needs to go like here, but this doesn't look right. Okay, so this needs to look more like that. Wait, no, but this here, there's a distance between this part and the mouth, so I need to get this right, and it needs to flow here and here. Okay, so let's see. I watched some parts of Vile's video. Okay. Okay, so this part is also pretty flat here. So I think I need to make this also a little bit more flat. And then, wait, where does, oh, it's his jawline here, not this part. This part needs to be more here, and this needs to go up here like this. And also this one probably. So this is more like that. Does it make sense? Oh, completely lost. This looks horrible. But I think I'm... Okay. So his jawline goes, yeah, so it goes like here, and this maybe like here. Yeah, these parts I still don't know how far these would go. Yeah, but I mean, it does not look too bad, too shabby. Still don't know how the, let's see, where this part is going. Wait, which part is that? Oh, that's the bottom. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is definitely here. That means that it is here. Okay. And here, these parts need to be more like inside, so a little bit carved in into his face. So I think this part also needs a little bit, needs to be more pronounced. So I'll move it here. The mouth, oh, this part is really horrible, but maybe like this. Maybe I can simplify the whole thing a little bit. Yeah, okay. This already looks like kind of like a face, so I'm not complaining. There's still some way to go, but I think we're on the right track. This part, so let's analyze his eye area. So the eyes, that's actually pretty smooth. All this part goes smoothly to the back. The eyes finish here. Maybe I could try to implement the eyes a little bit more. Hey, one day you could do the Colonel. Maybe I could. Maybe I could. He also has like a very similar face, right? Let's see. Is he just called the Colonel? Oh no, he has more like an anime face, and not this strong of a jaw. Oh, he has like this kind of jaw, like an artificial jaw, or like a helmet. I don't know. Okay, let's try to create the eyes. Boom, done. Yay! So, I would obviously need also more geometry to create this shape here. And for that, I would probably need to go like like this. Maybe like this here. Here, and then the eyebrows, they would probably go like this. Is this looking good? Oh, or even doesn't make sense? Yeah, somehow. But then all of this here would need to let's then the geometry needs to go like in this direction somehow. Let's see, so, well, not so much. Oh, many people actually left already, but I don't mind. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so this is looking weird. What should I do here? So this one is maybe too much so far. He's so good looking. What? What do you mean he's good looking? He has a face like a flat face of a... Yeah, he's so good looking. Oh, there's also his 3D model. Ooh! I can download it even. Ah, you want me to check it out? It's his X-Dive model. Here we go. So, done. Kinda cute? Okay, seriously, what are you talking about? Maybe I'm not in that same mindset. Plus, he has a uniform. Yes, yeah. Although it's not really uniform, it's his shape that is kind of the uniform. Oh, there's also his lightsaber. Lightsabers. Does he have two? Awesome. Yeah, so we can kind of check his geometry. It's always interesting to see how they are built. Yeah, this looks really good. And as you can see, so it's just a bunch of triangles, but most of the good look comes actually from the textures. They make up for a lot of the simplicity. Yeah, it's a super basic. Woo! Nothing there. But yeah, that's interesting to see. Okay, yeah, I'm getting there with Sigma, but it's tough for sure. I know why I don't do faces and organic characters, because That's not my thing. I stick with robots. I love robots. They are simple. You don't have these kind of rules because you can make them look however you want them to look. It doesn't really matter. So yeah. Hey, hey, I have a lot of wit here meouts like Gemini Man, and you know that. Oh, really? Was Gemini also cute? Plus, his Australian accent is peak, and his English voiceover is the same as Swordman. Oh, Australian accent. I mean, Australian accents are hot in general, so I give you that, definitely. So let's see, does this part also need to be more like this? Okay, but the eyes, seriously. Okay, I think especially with the cheekbones and everything. I agree, his curiosity about Swordman is interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that either. So the eyes. And I think Grenade Man also is the same as Swordman and Conal. Oh. Okay, so the eyes are kind of like this. But the eyebrow, okay, the eyebrow also needs to have like this kind of flow here. So again, adding more geometry to the character. But this also adds all those loops, so I definitely need to try to... Okay, let's use this because there's an ambulance coming and they get really loud here. I live close to a hospital, so this is unfortunately a common thing happening here. Yeah, so let's give them a little bit of a kind of like a bow shape. And now he needs the double chin. This thing here, yeah, I mean, I can already create it. That's not a problem at all. Oh, a little bit too far up. Are we? Am I? Not really, but okay, let's see. Yeah, this is easily done. Wait, no. Just want to slide those. Okay, so let's slide them 0.1, and this also 0.1. No. It might be a little bit too much. Although, well, maybe this will work. I didn't know that either. Oh, I know what is also missing. The mouth needs to go like this now. I mean, these also. Wait, maybe I should first delete these. No, wait. This needs to also go like this. Okay, I will still take care of the side of the mouth, but so far, yeah. What do you guys think? So, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm super happy, but I think I'm still going for the right direction. What is going on here? So, okay, so the eye is just this here. So let's inset this also. And give it like this eye curvature. So I'm focusing on some details here, which may be not the best approach, but I just want to. Yeah, and this also needs to go like here and here and here. Yeah, I think this could work. Like that. Okay, but the eyebrows and the nose still doesn't look right. So, okay, let's fix the nose quickly. Oh, look, the eyebrows actually go way beyond the nose, especially this part probably. Okay, I will just take a quick break, but I will be right back. And then we'll continue. Okay, see you in a minute. And we're back. What did I miss? Oh, the view count actually increased while I was gone. How should I take this? So... Oh, you had a lot of conversations here. Hey, Faulty Fuse is here. Hello. Fuse, what up? The other goat is here. Damn. Yeah, Fuse, by the way, check out his channel. He also does Mega Man fan art, also 3D models. And his stuff is pretty sweet. We just have listening to you. Oh, did I still have my mic on myself? Oh, damn it. Okay, so shall we keep going with the faces? Fuse, you already created some faces, right, for some of your robots? I'm not sure which ones. Let me just quickly check if they have some proper faces. Oh yeah, so Fuseman, for example, he has a proper face. And also Blastman. So what was it like for you to model faces? Did you use some pre-made faces, or did you create it from scratch? Because I said before, this is my first like proper face that needs to look like the template. So yeah, I would love to know your approach and how did you start? With what part did you start? And how many attempts did you need? And if you're already happy with the results. Because I think especially Blastman, your Blastman model looks really, really good. And Rock and Proto Man. Oh yeah, true, you also created Rock and Proto Man, of course. I thought Faulty that Fuseman, I think it's the only one he needed to update because I like all his other robot master models. Yeah, Fuse was one of your first, or the first product, right? But I don't know how it looks right now. Yeah. The Blastman looks really good. Okay, so let's see, how is this looking? I'm actually already pretty happy. Oh, this is still super flat. Okay, so let's maybe go with this to have this. Okay, so this is more caved in also. So you made it from scratch. Grabbed a round cube, good choice, and started sculpting lips and eyes as best as I could. Then classic retopo and hoped it looked as accurate as possible. Okay, yeah, so the classical approach, maybe it's not for me, I'm not sure, but yeah, retopo is not my favorite thing to do, so I try to go the technical approach, I would say. And especially with the subdivisions. Oh no, this is definitely not right. Oh, this needs to go more in. Okay, so to have it go like this. Okay, let's see which parts are these. Yes, okay. So we have this part. This should definitely stay, but this needs to go more inside. Okay, so let's see, like this maybe. Same throughout from Blast to Proto Man and Mega Man, just following the shape of lips and stuff. The eye cavities, the forehead and eyelids, very important and whatnot. But yeah, for faces, almost a requirement to do faces on sculpting. Yeah, I know. And also I have a tablet, you know, I have the perfect requirements for sculpting, but somehow, I don't know why I don't do that. Maybe I will do another stream where I start from scratch, but with sculpting, and then we can compare both approaches. We'll see. I like the sub-D approach, so subdivision approach to the characters. I don't know. So this should also, I think he's missing some geometry here also. Fuse was never sculpted outside of his hands and his face, and his face aged like milk. I can lend you a hand if you want for sculpting. No, it's fine. So I do this all to learn do it myself. So thanks for the offer, seriously. But I want to try to do it myself. But yeah, it's not that easy actually. Also this part, wait a second. This doesn't look right. Oh, okay, I see a mistake. This part needs to go like here. This is the flow of the geometry kinda. And it goes to the back, so here. So I need to replicate this also. But this does not look right. Oh, it needs to go more to the back, I think so. The flow needs to go like here. Sigma's face has a lot of complex shapes compared to the smooth face of all the other characters. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. Oh, what happened here? But it's still interesting. It's still an interesting exercise in sculpting, and I love those challenges, so I'm still good. I'll eventually make a remaster of Fuse and Blast once I finish up stuff with Proto Man and Mega Man, as I told Zero. With Blast I might do something light because his face and proportions are great. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of reference at hand from not just him but faces in general, and is the way I recommend. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of references for faces in general, and this is basically just me brute forcing my way through the face because I didn't do my proper homework, I would say, in studying faces and how they are built. I just took the reference here and I just started. So yeah. When do you think sculpting becomes necessary? The more complex but still organic an object becomes. So if, for example, I don't know, let's say a pumpkin. Pumpkin is very organic, very uneven, and it has those ridges and everything. I think sculpting would be a good approach, but it also depends on... Yeah, so yeah, I would say, is it organic and is it too complicated for this kind of geometry? Then I would go with sculpting. Yeah, and this has definitely some complexity that I think sculpting would be a better approach. But also you need to be versed in sculpting, so have some exercise beforehand, because sculpting also requires certain types of like skills and techniques that are not as easy as it looks. So especially with a tablet here, it's cool to just draw on it, and it makes sculpting way easier. But it's still not as easy as you might think, and it needs some practice, definitely. Yeah, for instance, you can use or some other characters that have similar jaw shapes in order to understand all better. Think of Captain Falcon, for instance. Yeah, true. What software do you use for making the 3D models have movements? So for animation, I also use Blender. For everything I do, I use mostly Blender. If it has a lot of very intricate and well-defined musculature and facial structure, yes, sculpting is basically mandatory to achieve the desired goal. Yes, thank you, I got it. I did use the wrong approach, but still, I don't regret anything. You know what? I could actually fuse this together. Aha, interesting. Okay, so this part, the eyes. Okay, you know what? This part needs to go to the back. Oops, no, to the back, like this. Let's see it from the side. Oh yeah, that was actually a good coincidence. But the eyes, oh, now I look at the eyes and where they are from the side, and now I see, okay, yes. We need to go, oh, they actually go like this. This is an interesting fact I just learned about now. Okay, let's see. Maybe I should also open another. So, okay, let's see. Okay, let's do it like this. Open up another viewport from the front, like this. Don't need all of this, and one from the side, so I can see better what I am actually taking. So this is the. Oh, they somehow don't line up perfectly. Yeah, sorry. No, but it's fine. Maybe it's necessary for me to actually go this route to realize what I need to. Oh, this is also a little bit more. Oh, now I see what is going on. It's not the perfect template, but now I see that the nose goes more like this. And this one, okay, this one. Forge Blaze Warrior is number 2, by the way, in my ranking. For last Maverick video, did you use anything other than Blender? Yes, so I would say like 90% was Blender for modeling, texturing, animation. What I didn't do in Blender was, for example, when the main guy, Bumakwanga, when he's zooming around, there's this dust that he's swirling up. The dust was made in Embergen. And then imported into the scene, and also the editing was done in DaVinci Resolve, so the editing software, and all the like glowing effects and all the post effects, so color grading, some blooms, some glares, all that was done in post in DaVinci Resolve. Also smudges on the camera lens, yeah. That was kind of to give it like the cinematic, like kind of epic feel. But other than that, everything done in Blender. How long does it take for you to render your last project? Oh, Jesus. So the last project, you mean the last short film, probably. So it had at around, let me think, over 5,000 frames. And each frame takes on my PC around between like 2 and 5 minutes, and so you can do the math. But I didn't render everything on my PC. I used the render network called Sheepit, and that was really helpful. So I rendered that out there, and you can go very fast, and overnight you can get a whole sequence out of it. So it didn't take too long, actually. So if I would just think about all the render time for the whole thing, just one try, it would probably be maybe, I don't know, like 48 hours or so. But there were a lot of re-renders because I found some mistakes here and there. So overall, I did have to re-render many sequences again, because and later on you realize, oh, there's a mistake, and depending on how much you are of a perfectionist, you need to re-render. Also, I just see that these two should be rather together than this one, actually. Yeah, this is way better. Okay, so we have the eye, but I still don't see how this... Yeah. Nico, sorry, there was one time you said something, but I don't think I paid much attention. But you said you were creating something like a script. Did I say it today? Creating something like a... Oh no, do you mean my approach on creating the face, like more technically and not sculpting? Or do you mean sculpting? I'm not sure actually, sorry. How does this render network you're talking about works? First time I'm hearing about it. Yeah, so I can share the link. It's called Sheepet Render Farm, and I can just share it here. So this is a render network that is working without any money. So it's basically free, but hear me out. It's a P2P network. So it uses other people's PCs to render the frames for you, but at the same time you're also offering your PC to render other people's frames. And for example, you want to render out a, I don't know, like 60 frame render. You upload your Blender file and you say, okay, render it. And what happens is that all the frames will be distributed to all the other people that have also there is like this client software that you install on your PC, and whenever you don't need your PC, you just let it run on your PC. You let your PC be running, and whenever someone is rendering, it will be distributed around all the people that have the software open, and your PC will be used to render this one frame, and later on it will be all collected, and the person that wanted to render it gets all the frames, and that's it. So each person in the network renders one frame, and then maybe another one, that depends on how many. And you can do the same. So you upload your file, you want to render it, but you need credits for it. And you earn credits by letting other people use your PC for rendering. So when you start the client, you just start it and you let it collect the files. It will load them onto your PC, render them, and send them back. That's an automated process. You just start it, and that's it. And with rendering other people's frames, you earn credits. So it's everyone is rendering for everyone, and everyone is kind of contributing to this whole thing. And in the end, everyone gets like this nice render network. And yeah, so the first thing is actually you need to earn credits. So let your PC, whenever you don't use it or don't need the GPU, actually. If you don't need the GPU, you can still work on it and do this its thing in the background. But you let it run, maybe overnight, and you come back and you earned enough credits to later on then render your own stuff. And in the end, it seems like, why should I render other people's stuff first and then render my stuff, where I can just directly render my stuff? From my experience, you still come out with a plus from it. So yeah, so this is actually pretty cool, and I used it in the past before, and I earned enough credits to have actually some pretty good big renders that I can render out through the network. So you upload it, wait a little bit, and in the end you download it and you have your render. And you can, in the meantime, you can work on other stuff, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically Sheepet, and yeah, I've been using it for my last 2 episodes, I think. And yeah, it's I can definitely recommend it if you have a PC that can also render other people's stuff. But even if you have a low-end PC, in the end you still benefit from other people's having good PCs to render things out. So yeah, that's it. Oh, I thought you were writing for the Maverick series. Okay, Yanni, I'm not sure. I thought you were writing for the Maverick series. I mean, I am writing for the Maverick series because that's my series and I write the stories. But I don't write them like a script. I don't have a proper script. I mostly have bullet points and notes for certain key scenes, because the good thing is that I don't have any dialogue in my series. So that's actually pretty cool. And I have mostly like bullet points and notes with connected lines, you know, stuff like that, that explain the story. And in the end, how I approach it, and I don't have a script written out, but I start with a storyboard, and or even not a storyboard, but an actually like with previs, so blocking out everything in 3D, just very rough shapes, and trying out camera angles, and trying out some interesting approaches on how to show what is happening. And this is basically the basis of where everything goes from there. So yeah, so I never written a proper script. Even for the story ideas in my head, I don't have a script. I have mostly notes and bullet points. Yeah. Just because we're talking about rendering stuff, I want to plug Flamenco. Yeah. So yeah, Flamenco is like this, what is it? Like a render manager for Blender. It's really cool. And yeah, Sibrin also develops that. So wink wink, you should check it out. Is there a way to render in Blender? Yeah, of course. You can press F12. Oh, there's no camera. So you add a camera. You point it at your, so let's see the camera view here. Like this, and then you press F12 and it renders. But there is no light in there, so we can't see anything, but and there's also render previewed mode. Whoop, object, like this. So like here, and I can use an HDRI. And yeah, so this is already rendered basically. And if we add a light, for example, let's take a sun and shine it maybe from this direction here. Make it a little bit stronger. And then I can press F12. And this is the render. Very simple, very basic, obviously. But yeah, Blender is a 3D software with rendering capabilities. So yeah. We don't need that. So yeah, that's cool. But would that be any different? Does the amount credit you have to render from other people has to be equal to the project you're uploading? Yeah, so that's the thing, that not everyone's GPU is the same. So even if you have a low-end GPU, you can still earn credits, and in the long term, when you upload something, someone with a high-end GPU can render maybe some of your frames. So in the end, I don't think you pay more for faster GPUs. You just pay with the credits, obviously. You pay with the credits. You pay for the, I'm not sure, for the complexity of your scene. So the more complex your scene is, the more it would potentially need to be rendered, the more credit it costs. But as far as I know, in the end, you come out with a plus, even if you still need to use your PC for rendering. Yeah, and it also you get the benefit of just not having to give up your PC for rendering in crucial moments. You can choose your own time when you don't need the PC and earn credits, and in the end, whenever it's convenient, you can use the service. Yeah. Do you use Unreal Engine? No, I don't, but I would like to play around with it and yeah, try things out and maybe outsource some things to Unreal, because it's awesome and I envy people who use it. But it would take a long time for me to learn it, and I don't have the time currently, so I'm okay for now with that. Also, would you add Unreal to your pipeline? Yeah, I think real-time rendering with tryout, traditional rendering really bogs your motivation down. Yes, I completely agree. Sometimes, depending on how complex the scene is, the rendering can actually be a downer. But yeah, as I said, I would love to switch to Unreal, or at least try some Unreal stuff out. Hey, P9 Studio. Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? And but yeah, it needs proper learning. 3D is not 3D the same way. So Unreal is a 3D software, but it works completely different than Blender. There are some similarities, obviously. And for me, already knowing Blender, it would be probably easier for someone for me to learn Blender than for someone not familiar with any type of 3D software. But its approach is still, it has still a lot of big differences that would make everything a lot more difficult. So it would be actually, I would need to put a lot of time into properly learning the concept, the core mechanics, and the principles of how it's actually working. And yeah, as I said, the one thing that's holding me back is actually time. Oh, the lack of. Just came home. Nice to see you here. Yeah, welcome. I'm still going for maybe a half an hour still, so you can still hang out with us. It's a fun time so far. I'm failing at creating faces, so if you want me to see, if you want to watch me fail at a maybe simple task, then you're in the right spot. And I didn't start with sculpting, that's my fault, but I wanted to try to approach it in my way. And yeah, so far I'm slowly getting there, but not fast enough. By the way, Sibrin is number 1 currently. After that we have MMX0, and Forge Blaze Warrior is number 3. Fran is still in number 4. Oh wait, there's an XP counter. I didn't see that before. Okay, so you actually earn XP by chatting with me? Interesting. So Sibrin has 200 XP, Zero has 150, Forge Blades Warrior has also 150, and Fran has also 150, and also Yanni and K-Guy Alex. So you're all at number 2 basically. And Sibrin is currently leading with 200. What? Yeah. Maybe for that. Okay, so in the end, when the stream is finished, the winner will maybe get something. Should I incentivize you guys to interact with me so that I can maybe do some so you're forced to interact with me, and in the end I can give you, I don't know, maybe send you this file here. Would anyone be actually interested? I'm not sure. No, we can do something else, but maybe some artwork, or I don't know, you can maybe wish for something. But yeah, maybe I can figure out something. We'll see. Wait, really? Don't worry, failing makes you human. Oh yeah, I know. I'm okay with failing. Failing is the best teacher, I sometimes say. So definitely have no problem with failing. When did YouTube add that? I don't know. That's also the first time I see it. So definitely between now and my last stream. So if you click on the little crown icons, you can see the ranking. And Zero just surpassed Sebrin. Yay! So a cool print would be nice. Yeah. Okay, come on. I mean, the file, I could send you the file, but I'm not gonna create like proper haptic prints for the winner of my chat. That's maybe a little bit too much. Not even my patrons get so much attention. So I would need to, yeah. How to get rid of your viewers' social anxiety? Yeah, kinda. But I'm still not promising anything. It's just an idea. So please forgive me if I still don't have anything. But you can still give me some ideas what you'd like to have for the number 1 people in the chat. But it's just in the end, it's just a like a prize for the most chatty person, which is, do you want to be number one, the most chatty person? I'm not sure, but it's still it's a fun game maybe to have while doing a live stream. Maybe if my work is too boring, then this is the next best thing to have. I don't know. I wish for Gemini Man if I win. I don't have a Gemini Man, sorry. How do you get rid of your viewers? Yeah, that's new. Yeah, is there a way to give the models colors, like give a metallic look? Is there a way to give the Is there a way to give the models a metallic look? Yes, of course. So when we go into the render mode, let's go with this. I can go into the shader, and I can add a new material, and then here's the metallic slider, and now look what will happen. What? It's getting metallic, and there's also the roughness slider. So if I go completely down, whoa, now we have mirror sigma. Maybe you go with the roughness a little bit up, and now you have kind of Silver Surfer sigma. Yeah, so maybe you don't know what Blender is. Blender is a full-on professional 3D software. It's not like, because it's open source and free, it's like this, oh, it can do a little bit of 3D. No, it's a proper tool to fully create full short films, as I did in the past. So check out my YouTube. I have my short films here, so you can see what it's capable of. But yes, it's a proper, fully fledged 3D software. I'm gonna let him be Silver Surfer for now. The file I meant, yes. Oh, okay. Oh, the print. Oh, so you mean the 3D print files? Oh yeah, okay. That's I already have them, so maybe that would be incentive. But probably only for people who actually can use them and print them. But yeah, I could maybe do that. But I probably would rather take the winner and ask them what they like to have, and then I can see if I can provide that. Because not everyone has access to a 3D printer. Not everyone can work with my artwork or something. So everyone would appreciate something else. So we'll see. How long does it take for you to make your latest Maverick episode, and what's your working schedule for the project? So overall, it's hard to say because I don't work on it like 24/7. But from start to finish, it took me around 9 months. But there were also holidays in there. There were also some time off. I was sick once in a while. So you have to like subtract that from the time. So maybe just by days we land maybe at 7 months or 8 months, 7.5 and 8. But then I don't work all the time 24/7 on it and every day. So my schedule is mostly starts in the evening. Let's say maybe Monday to Friday I worked on it like 3 times a week. So let's say Monday, Wednesday and Friday in the evening, like for 6 to 8 hours. So from 7 a.m. until like in the night, maybe 1 or 2, sometimes 3 a.m. And then on the weekends, depends on if I have any other plans. On the weekends, also in the afternoon, and sometimes also in the evenings. But it completely depends. So I would say per week, how many hours that would be? It would be, let's say 30, 40, maybe 40 hours per week. That could be, yeah. It's a very rough estimation, but I think like 40 hours per week could work. And yeah, as I said, so the afternoons are mostly for client work. So I'm a freelancer, so I'm constantly at home. And the afternoons are mostly for client work, which fortunately I have enough to make a living out of it. But whenever there's like a quiet period, I also use the afternoons for my personal stuff. And especially for the last short film, there was a very quiet period in August and September. So I had also my talk at the Blender conference, which was my deadline for my short film, because the talk was about the film and how I managed to finish it. So the complete month of August, I was working on it almost 24/7. So from morning to the evening, obviously with some breaks here and there, and also sleeping still. But I would say maybe like almost every day, around 12 hours. Definitely, yeah. Because I had this pressure to finish it. And yeah, so long story short, that was my schedule basically. I could also help whenever I'm on Twitter, Discord, or when I play VR chat. I could get you more fans to watch your streams and stuff. Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, please. The more people watch my stuff, the better, obviously, and the more shares. So yeah. Ben the first one for talking too much, maybe. Oh, Zero, sorry. You're number one currently, so we'll see. Could you imagine that plot twist? Yeah, that would be fun. Like, okay, you're talking too much. I'd want to attempt or want to learn how to make models, but I don't think my sister can run Blender. Sister? I think you mean system, right? As it could barely run Mega Man Ed, but Deathmatch. Okay. I could ask a friend of mine to make me 3D prints, but they would have to ship it to me because I know they have a few 3D printers. Yeah, I mean, it's also possible. A great tutorial vid would work well with Mega Man X model. So I have like some breakdowns. I have videos that show the process in like a, not time lapse, but like a fast edit. You can check them out also on my channel if you go to playlists and Making Maverick. So I can show you. So, but tutorial, I don't think this will work. This would work because there aren't any like special techniques to create Mega Man characters. With the Mega Man X model especially. Yeah, because the techniques are the same as for anything you want to model. There is nothing specific just for that. So I don't know what I would teach that would be unique that other tutorials don't already do. So if you want to create a Mega Man X model, you just watch a simple modeling tutorial for anything. And in the end, you'll learn that. Yeah, so. Thanks for the stream, Nico. I'm going to bed. I'll see you soon in Amsterdam. Yes. Looking forward to that. This will be cool. So from all the people here in the chat, I will definitely see Fran again. I will see Sibrin. I will see P9 Studio, probably. Yeah, yeah, of course. Oh, we will be even in the same room. I completely forgot. Yeah, so we have a 4-bedroom and we'll be together. We will be roomies. So yeah, P9 Studio will be there. Fran will be there. Sibrin. Fran, are you going to Blender Conference too? Yes, she was last year also there. And I believe a few the years before too. But I only got to know her last year. So yeah, P9 Studio was also there, and other people, I don't think so. Yeah. Nico, do introduce us. Oh, it will be my pleasure. Definitely. Yeah, we're sharing a room, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it was a long time ago that we booked that. I completely forgot. So, okay, who's actually in my room? But yeah, so P9 Studio will be in my room. Also, Vinny and Martin. Martin Kleckner, maybe you know this guy. He's also a big Blender person who has his own like short film series, Heroes of Bronze. He will also be my roomie. Yeah, the year 3 for Fran. So yeah, we'll definitely do like a 3-person date when we're there. Definitely looking forward to it. It's just like not even 2 months, 1.5 months, and then we see each other again. Awesome. I'm better at faces than names. Yeah. So Fran actually looks like as she looks in her videos. So I can definitely confirm that. She's tall, so that doesn't maybe come across in her videos, but she's, I think, as tall as I am. So just look for the tall lady and you'll definitely find her. And also Sebren is also pretty tall. I think he's even taller than me. So just the tallest people there and we'll find each other. Although Dutch people are known to be tall, like above average world-wise. So maybe that's not a good hint to find someone in the Netherlands. But yeah, only not purple. Yeah, that's true. 4th year here. What an amazing event. Yeah. What's the biggest problem besides the making of models? Oh, I mean, depends on what you're into. But the biggest problem, realism, I would say. So lighting and making the surfaces interact with the light properly so that they look realistic. I think that's a big problem, kind of. Or a challenge. Let's call it challenge. It's not really a problem, but there are big challenges. For me, animation is a big challenge. Making animations look good and fluid and somehow realistic. So yeah, depending on the whole of Blender can be a challenge if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, let's put some numbers. I'm 195. Oh, okay. Friend is 187. That's also my height. I'm also 187. So yeah, that's not entirely tiny either. Yeah, 185, dear. Oh yeah, true. P9 Studio is also kind of tall. Okay, night. See you all. Bye. Bye, friend. Thanks for joining. You're gone offline too. Good night. Okay, thanks for stopping by. It was really cool to have you here as always. So have a good night. Maybe also still have fun playing more Cyberpunk. And see you soon. Maybe in the next stream. If not, definitely Amsterdam. So, where did we stop? I still don't know where I am here. Let's see. Oh, this is definitely not right here. Let's go maybe like this. This will probably be better. So the eyes. So this looks actually... Why? Oh, so this upper part actually... Lucky, I'm only just 5'2". How much is 5'2"? So you need to know many people here are also from Europe and from non-foot and inches countries. So let me just quickly Google it. 5. Is... It's 157 or 158 roughly. Okay, that's a little bit more small, but still not less important, right? Sorry, I'm American. Well, nobody's perfect. It's okay. So let's see the eye. So I think the eye... Okay, this something doesn't add up. So I think, first of all, the eye needs to go like here. Oh, okay. Now, okay. Having a good reference is worth a lot. So this can go here and now. Okay, I see. This needs to be more like here. Is this correct? Yeah, this kind of makes sense. So I need to move some vertices more to the front. By the way, Zero, where from America are you? What state, what city, if you don't mind sharing? This also needs to be more Okay, let's see. Okay, this looks better, but the eyebrows, I still need to correct them. Ohio. Okay, wait, Ohio. That's like Midwestern kind of part. Let me see. Oh no, that's Ohio. Okay, that's like Cleveland and stuff like that. That's. Is it? I'm not sure actually. I know a little bit of what do you call, like, geology? Not geology. Yeah, I know some states and some cities in the U.S., but yeah, there's Ohio, Indiana. Okay, cool. Might just start saving up for going to the con next year. I'm enticed now. Oh, you definitely should. I mean, Faulty, you're from Spain, right? So, P9 Studio is also from Spain, and he's coming every year. So, I don't think it's super expensive, like in terms of flights or even train. You can go by train. The train network in Europe is amazing. So, that shouldn't be a problem. And we could maybe get a room together next year, and then, because the most expensive part is definitely accommodations in Amsterdam. So if you can get together with some people, I definitely would recommend. Or you come this year also. We'll put you on the floor, maybe a mattress on the floor. But yeah, I definitely 100% recommend going to the Blender conference, because it's called conference, but it's not a conference. It's more of like a meetup. It's like a meetup of people with the same passion. It's not very formal. It's super laid back. It's just hanging out, nerding out about Blender, about anything you want. And it's just hanging out, and all the people are there that you might know. And there are also like the big YouTubers there, like Andrew Price is there. Captain Disillusion has been there a lot of times, and so you can meet all your heroes. Polyfjord is oftentimes there, or Kaizen. Derek Elliott was there, and it's just everything on the same level, which is really, really cool. So you just sit down with a few people, you just chat, and in the end you go out drinking, and it's really, really cool. And also watching some talks, obviously, but these are, to be honest, these are like almost secondary, because so many times there was like this big like dining area, like a food court, and I was sitting there and chatting with people, and it was so much fun. And on my schedule, I wanted to watch the next talk, but it was so much fun sitting there that I just said, screw it, I'm just gonna keep sitting here enjoying myself, because this is what it's all about, just to hang around with people with the same passion, and just exchanging knowledge and anecdotes, and just having fun. And going there the first time seriously changed my life for the better, because I got to know so many people, so many awesome people, and get in contact with many people, learn from them, and have the advantage of asking them anything that if I'm stuck somewhere. And some collaborations also came from that, so actually also job opportunities. But that's not actually the main point. The main point is to be very much involved in the community, not just because when you're just at home and you see all the stuff that people are doing, and maybe you can comment, you can join the streams, that is a good first step. But actually getting to know them, and then having the interactions be a little bit more meaningful, because you actually know them personally. And also having just the fact that you know these people and you interact with them, everything that you do from then on has like this different feel, because you feel more connected to the whole Blender community. And this definitely changed my life so much, and I gained so many new friends. Even though many of them I just see once a year, I would consider them very dear friends, because of the It's more like quality over quantity kind of thing. So you see them very rarely, but when you see them, it's the best time. And then you don't see them maybe, but it's okay because you still have like WhatsApp or online. You still chat maybe on Discord once in a while. So this is really, really cool, and I can't thank Blender enough for introducing me into this whole world. So yeah, could almost tear up. Yeah, so Faulty, just this is now my this was my pitch for you to seriously come to the conference or to the meetup. They should seriously consider rebranding it, because conference seems so very formal, and you wear your suitcase and your suit and your tie and everything. It's completely the opposite. It's just a mix and just a meetup of people and they walk like they look like you would imagine, like this, you know. So yeah, that's it. I mean, both of you that I know are extremely good at Mega Man modeling that I enjoy and admire looking at all the cool things that you guys have done. Thank you very much, Zero. So there will be a Blender conference next year in Texas, in Austin. So if you like to meet some people from Blender, but yeah, you're not so much interested in Mega Man, in Blender, more in Mega Man, right? So maybe it's not for you, Zero. Sorry. It's so cool that they have this conference in Amsterdam. The Houdini conference is in LA or Vancouver. Oh, dang. That's definitely not a place that I can afford. Oh, yeah, that's a long flight for sure, and also pricey. Yeah. I've been to the first Blender conference in LA, and it broke me financially, for sure. I did recover eventually, but still, yeah, it was a lot. LA is super expensive. Plus the hidden costs, like you see a beer costs $9 and then you pay it and it was like 13 because tip is mandatory and it's not shown. It's like additional taxes and fees, so it adds up. So you have to keep that in mind. I see. This year's tough though, because I've already spent a lot. Yeah, but I'll work my ass off for next year, definitely. Because them tickets ain't gonna pay themselves. Exactly. Yeah, the tickets are, I think the early bird this year was like 300 something for the whole 3 days. And I'll definitely recommend taking the whole 3 days. Plus the studio tour at the end on the 4th day. I definitely recommend it. And yeah, let's definitely keep in touch, because then we will make sure to have maybe some accommodation arrangements, and then it's possible to save even more money, because accommodations in Amsterdam are super expensive, and not just for the conference, just all year, all the time. It's definitely a lot. So yeah, but would love to meet you one day in person. That would be really cool. Even worse, that I want to travel to my home country next summer for a while too, for a visit. So I need some. Oh, what is your home country? I'm not sure I've ever known. But you're living in Spain, but you're from somewhere else? Oh man, should I still keep going? Oh, we're almost. Oh, this is good here. This should definitely go here. Yeah, I can imagine, Michael. Just Amsterdam in general is expensive. Yeah, true. So let me see. You're from Venezuela. Oh, okay, awesome. Oh yeah, and from Spain to Venezuela, and also going to Amsterdam. Yeah, I mean, definitely start saving up some money. But I can definitely say that it's worth it so much, for sure. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So let's take the middle, like the middle of his brow, actually. Yeah, so this should be about it. I'm gonna go for maybe another, let's say maybe 15 minutes or so, but then we're slowly getting wrapping up. And the next stream will be, okay, let's check when the next stream can be. So next week, unfortunately, next weekend I am gone. But after that, so maybe on the 9th of August, I can imagine streaming again. So in 2 weeks from now. Keep that in mind. I've got the nationality and the right for a passport because half my family from my mom's bit is from here, and living here long enough gave me it. Oh, that's nice. Awesome. I know a friend of mine that's from Venezuela, and they are a teacher that teaches English to people. Hey, awesome. That's very cool. Let me just... Okay, so the brow... Let's see this part. Okay, this part obviously is definitely not on the right side. It needs to be more like here, maybe. He has very pronounced eyebrows, but they are not that huge, but also still kind of like that. But this one here should be more like here, maybe. Or not. Actually tricky to guess. I think I will definitely compare it to the proper Xdive model just to see where I can improve and maybe adapt a few vertices to have the proportions right, because so far, yeah, I'm still not very happy with the model. I'm okay, that's maybe an exaggeration. I'm happy with it, but there is still a lot that can be improved. Let me see, for example, this here is definitely not right. And also his head is still very much a square from the front. This could also use some more geometry. Yeah. Faulty, if I can help you with anything for the next beacon, just let me know. We have a good community over there. Also a nice Latin one. Yeah. Definitely. You guys should definitely connect if it's about like visiting beacon and being both Spanish residents, for sure. Should I add more geometry here? Still not sure how to deal with those lines here. Need to think about it. Does Blender need internet to use? No, it doesn't. Forge Blaze Warrior, are you interested in downloading Blender and started your own 3D projects? It seems like you're very curious, which is awesome. So you should, from my point of view, you should definitely do it. Oof, so let's see where we are. So I think I pretty much got his cheekbones actually pretty well. I think I should also slide this one up here and should definitely, oh, what is that? No, that's not right. This definitely needs to go like in here. You're an extra experience if you start with 2.8 version. I've been interested in making a series, but I have been trying to explore my options. Okay, interesting. So what kind of series? So some kind of animated series, I assume. Blender can also do 2D animation. It's called Grease Pencil. And this is like the 2D animation part of Blender. So I depending on what you're into, what you like to do, you can do either 2D or 3D animations. So the cheekbones. So am I happy with those? Okay, something's still off. Let's see how it looks like here. This here, this is wrong. Yeah. This looks a little bit more natural, but also, yeah, the caved in kind of cheeks, and this needs to be a little bit better. So let's maybe add more geometry here. And it needs to also be caved in, so let's see how. Maybe I could do something like this. Nope, not really, because this also needs... This could work, actually. This part needs to be a little bit more... Oh, maybe this one here. Okay, here's the, like this. So this is the line that's going around his face. So this here, you can see also. Okay, it's 0 o'clock. So I will be going for just a few minutes just to be maybe happy with the cheek. Yeah, it's more subtle than it actually looks. I think it's just very subtle. So there are also some good references in terms of like, okay, face topology. So I should maybe also look at that, for example, stuff like this. So the flow of the geometry on the face. This, for example, this is actually a good one because I'm thinking about where do all those lines here go, and you can see some of those go towards the nose, some of those go towards the chin. So yeah, here the same. So I should have maybe looked at it before actually starting. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, so around the eyes there's like this round area, this orange area, and then there's this red area that's kind of cornering or framing the mouth and the nose area. So yeah, that would maybe be a good reference to have before starting, but yeah. Too late. Or maybe not too late, maybe I can still do something from it. So these lines can go maybe here. I still have like this round area here, I just need to finish it. So I'm still good, I think. Okay, so this looks good. I'm not sure about this part here. You know what? I'm just gonna add the ears because they cover up a lot of the side that I don't need to actually model, but they are also, the area around the ears is a little bit like caved in, so this will also help me like define the area around the cheekbone and the jawline. So let's see, how far do they go? Like here? Okay, you gotta go. Take care and get good renders. Peace. See you around, Nico. Will do, will do. Take care and see you soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is pretty good. I will duplicate this one and mirror it. But the mirror object will be the head, so yes. Okay, so this helps me define the area here, which should be maybe a little bit more like, as I said, a little bit more caved in, but it already kind of is, so already did a decent job, I would say. Oh wait, what? Oh. Yeah, sure. When I came across your channel, it gave me more inspiration for ideas to think of my own versions of Mega Man X series and Transformer series. Oh, that's awesome! That's really cool. So, being an inspiration for someone, it's the best feeling, seriously. It's the best, one of the greatest things that you can have as an artist, to when people tell you that you've been an inspiration for them to either have some great ideas, some new ideas, or to inspire them to start something new, like start a new hobby or start a new passion that will then drive them towards something amazing. I don't know what, but this is really cool. So I'm very happy to hear that. Thanks a lot. So yeah, please do your own version of Mega Man X or Transformers. The world can't get enough of those things. There's a lot of Transformers, obviously, but Mega Man X, there's not enough for sure. So the more, the better. Faulty Fuse is already another 3D Mega Man creator. So please join us. We should definitely make it our mission to raise awareness of Mega Man and Mega Man X. It's caved in, but the bone is longer on the y-axis than it seems. On the y-axis. So you mean this one here? So y is here, right? So I see, you can kind of see it here. It's doing this thing here. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. And then it also does this thing here. Maybe it's a little bit more like this. And also the eyebrows have like this shape here. This is what I'm trying to kind of mimic. So this is what I'm doing with this geometry here, which, as you can see, works perfectly. Let's see. Yeah, so this part actually doesn't work really well. Should I maybe try it like that? It's the annotations, where are they? Oh, there they are. Yeah, this. Yo, that's me. It's almost like there was a cube there. Where exactly? Yeah, I think it's coming together. From the front, it already looks kind of cool, I think. The eyes are still a little bit too small. I think they need to be. Although no, oh, I see. I need definitely to. Okay, they are definitely bigger around here. It's hard to see because the reference isn't like perfect, but I will still compare it to the proper model. And you know what? I can just import the model and just let's do a quick comparison. Let's see how far I was away from the original model. So let's see. Oh, it's way smaller. So let's X dive. So let's just take his head. So this is the X dive model actually. Looks weird, but when we make it flat, this is how he looks like. And yeah, as you can see, it's looking pretty cool. So and overall it's a very good like reference, but I don't want to look at it too much because then it's gonna be let's see. Because I don't want to just copy it. I want to have it as like a reference to just see where my downsides are and where I can improve it. But I definitely don't want to just copy it. So let's see. So this is the head, like this. Okay, so what do we see? No, wait, that's... Oh, did I actually scale the reference wrongly? Because from the side it looks correct. Just quickly... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, it's just the neck part. Okay. No. So that's the reference. And from the front, it also matches. Okay, so this is now the size. So let's compare both. Turn off the reference. So what do we see? He obviously also has the neck, which gives him a lot of this like, I don't know, like bulky and muscular look. But overall, so these are the two faces. I see some similarities, some things that I can definitely improve. The nose is not as, it's a little bit smaller, so that's okay. I can just overlay them on top of each other and let's see how much they have in common. So okay, so this part actually, let's see. So for example, this part needs to be, oh, I see. So definitely this thing is more pronounced than I thought. And also his cheek is not as much pronounced as I thought. So this is actually just a texture that's kind of suggesting the caved in, the cheeks, but the geometry itself is actually not so much caved in. So you can just put on the wireframe. So as you can see, it's a pretty complex. It's also triangulated. So let's see if we can untriangulate it. That's maybe a little bit easier to see the flow of everything. So, oh, that's super interesting to see. So yeah, the mouth also can be a little bit more adjusted. So let's see what we can do here. So yeah, the mouth should go a bit farther away. So that's okay. These parts need to be... Okay, this needs to have a completely different shape. So I'm gonna work on that. But other than that, I think, okay, let's make it viewport display wire. Then we can see it, and okay, I'm actually not that far off. So I think we can call it a success, quote unquote. Yeah, I think I'm happy actually with the results. So let's see, both next to each other. Okay, then this one's obviously The metal version. The mouth obviously does not look proper, but this is just a detail, so I can definitely fix it. But overall, I think it's okay. What do you guys think? Like next to the eye cavity in the skull, there's like an adjacent shape that goes out and just stops. And there's basically molds how the entirety of the cheek is gonna look once you add fat. The eyebrows lack some weight. Yeah, true. Yeah, the nose, but overall it's very solid. Cases like this always drive me nuts. Yeah. I'm heading to bed now. Wish you all a good night. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Mandy, for joining the stream. So it was a pleasure. See you hopefully soon. Okay, so I think that's a good point to end. I think it looks really good, honestly. Great, thanks a lot. Yeah, for someone who does not create faces at all, I'm actually kinda okay with it, I would say. It's not perfect, especially the mouth area needs definitely some work, especially here, the chin that's doing this curve. I don't have that at all. I have this, the lower part looks super weird, so yeah, this needs to look definitely different, but with the next one. So in 2 weeks we'll continue from here, and I hope to see you guys soon. If you'd like to support my work, I need to do some advertising. I don't do any advertising for my Patreon on my streams, just in the beginning and maybe at the end, so let's do this again. If you'd like to support my work, then please join my Patreon. I have a lot of cool stuff there, and some files, some print files, some behind the scenes stuff, and you get to see my videos early, stuff like that. So yeah, please join, and if not, that's fine too, as long as you come to my streams. That's also pretty cool. That's why I do it, just to have some kind of interaction with all of you guys. So yeah, so the Sigmatch is definitely more smooth-chinned. I think it's the right word. Yeah, maybe. There's definitely enough potential for optimization, so I'll definitely do that. But other than that, thank you very much for joining the stream. So let's make me big again. Okay, so yeah, again, thanks a lot for all of you being here. It was a lot of fun. MMX0, you are the winner for the top fans contest today. So you may wish something to get from me, something that I don't have to create once again, hopefully, but maybe, I don't know, some artwork, some files. I don't know if you could do anything with it. Maybe some, I don't know, just make some suggestions and I can look into it, what I can maybe send you over. Just digital stuff, obviously. I'm not gonna print you anything, unfortunately, because that's almost impossible here. But yeah, for everyone else, thank you again for joining. It was a lot of fun, even if I didn't get super far. I learned a lot in terms of like understanding the human face and topology and working with reference. I don't do that enough, so that was a great exercise. So I hope to see you guys in 2 weeks again. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do it in 2 weeks. Saturday I'm gonna do another stream. Besides that, no matter where you are, have a good night, have a good day, and see you in the next one. And yes, MMX0, just hit me up on Twitter and we'll make something happen. Lucky fella. Faulty, you can be in the next stream, the winner. But that's cool. That's a cool feature. I actually like it. We'll see where this is going. Oh, also, okay, one thing that YouTube also added recently is the, okay, I was almost done, but I need to show you this because this is a very interesting feature. it's a okay, I need to go here again. It's a feature called, let's do this for example, called hype. So you can actually, it's super interesting. I'm not sure where this is here. I think you need to first like a video. It's not everywhere, is it? Oh dang, you can't really see it. But on the phone, there is sometimes this hype button. Okay, let me quickly see it. They just introduced it, so let me quickly just show you here. Okay, how about you show me this? Yeah, so there's this button, James Lee, yeah. Recently, not everyone can see it, but on the videos there is this button and it's called hype. And you can basically hype a video, and it just works in the first 7 days of its publishing. And what it does, it gives a video like an extra boost in the algorithm. And you have only, and the good thing is that in comparison to maybe likes or shares, you can like thousands of videos, there is no limit. But the hype has extra power basically to boost someone's visibility, but it's limited. So that suggests that, or secures that people don't overuse it. They use it only for the videos that they actually that they care about and they want to be successful. So you can hype up a video, and it's mostly to level the playing field a little bit between big creators and small creators. So when you have a small creator with just a few thousand subscribers, maybe when you hype them, they get a lot of points. So you have like a certain amount of points for each video that you want to hype. And when you hype a bigger channel, that they get a little bit less points, but you still push them up. And yeah, I tried it out with my video and I just hyped it up, and I gave myself like maybe 620 points or something. And there is a ranking list where you can see the ranking, the most hyped videos. So that's like another list besides subscribers and suggestions. There's like this hype list, and this is super interesting because it gives people more power over the algorithm, and you can manipulate it more directly without having too much power over it. So just spam liking something. You can seriously just, because you have just 3 hypes per week, you need to carefully think about who you want to hype, and then you click it and this video gets the push. And this is super interesting. And yeah, if you'd like to try it out, then maybe go onto my channel and maybe try to hype my most recent video, the tutorial for the suspension system. I would really appreciate it, because this video is like a little passion project of mine, and I would like to try to push it upwards so that my tutorial series gets maybe a little bit more visibility, because I'd like for it to be successful to do more of those, because I see that people really enjoy those rigging tutorials, but they gain more attraction like on social media in general than the actual tutorial. And I would like the tutorials to also become a little bit more noticeable. So if you could do that, that would be really cool. Let me just quickly see if I can. Let me see. So where am I? Okay, so this is the video, and I don't see the hype button here anywhere, so I'm not sure where it would be. But on a phone, let me show it to you on a phone maybe. So it's a very interesting update. So you can see it right here. Hype. And I hyped this video. This video already got like 3,100 hypes. And I can't, when I press it now, it says at the bottom, yeah, you've already hyped 3 times this week, so I can't hype it anymore. But yeah, it's super interesting. It comes up when you, so there are those comments, and when you swipe them, no, to the other side, so like this, there's this hype this video. And yeah, as I said, this is like this kind of push videos up even more thing. I think you first need to maybe also like the video, but no, I actually didn't like my own video. I'll do that right now. But yeah, this is an interesting thing. On a desktop, I don't actually see the hype. The hype option. Maybe it will appear somewhere here around. I don't know. So it's not rolled out completely. But yeah. This is just a little hint. If you'd like to support me, you don't want to join the Patreon, but you still want to give someone the special support without doing anything actually, then hyping the video is, in theory at least, is a good way to show support and to help someone reach a bigger audience. So this is, I think this is the next big thing to just liking and sharing, but actually hyping. Forge Plays, how long have you been using Blender? For over five years now. I think like 5.5 years almost. So yeah. Before that, I've been a graphic designer for 20 years, so I didn't start completely from scratch. I also used other 3D software before. I also used other animation software like After Effects before that. So I used Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, the whole Adobe suite. And then some 3ds Max. I started with 3ds Max, then I switched to Cinema 4D, and then I switched completely to Blender because it was the obvious choice. It's free, it's powerful, and the community is so huge that you get resources, free assets or paid assets, but a lot of assets, and also free tutorials a lot. So learning is very, very easy and accessible. So yeah. Big fan of Mega Man, and I absolutely love your videos. I share your vids a lot of time. A lot of my friends. Thanks for the hard but awesome work. Thank you very much. Kagebushino. Either way, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it that you like them so much. And yep, if you share them with your friends, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Everything that you can do, from liking, sharing, subscribing, hyping. Now that we need to get used to a new buzzword to do online. But yeah, all of those things help a lot. So if you do this, I'm more than grateful for this. So thank you very much. Yeah, but besides that, I was already out basically, so I'm just gonna keep it short. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure. I definitely need to do more of those streams. And have a good night, have a good day, have a good weekend, and see you guys soon. Take care and bye-bye.